A 911 call was made from a certain area in Madison County on August 5th. More than a month later, a body was found in that same location. Is there reason to believe that these two events are connected? So on August 5th, a 911 call was received in Madison County. A deputy named Blake Hassel was supposed to respond to the scene, and he claimed that he did. More than a month later, on September 9th, there was a body found in that same location. The remains were that of a female, and the remains were sent to the Arkansas State Crime Lab to try to find out what happened to this young woman. Now, I don't know exactly when, but at some point, the deputy changed his story. He went from saying that he did respond to that 911 call to saying that he didn't respond to the 911 call. And he has since resigned from his position. He resigned 2 days after those remains were found. Now, here's what I believe. If the officer didn't respond, then he should be held responsible for lying and saying that he didn't respond, because maybe this woman whose remains were found a month later could have been helped at the time when he should have responded. The remains that were found have been identified as belonging to a woman named Taylor Blakestell, and the investigation is being handled as a homicide. The Madison County Sheriff's Office hasn't released a lot of information about this case, and Sheriff Boyd says that that's in order to protect the integrity of the investigation that is still ongoing. Now, I personally hope that Madison County didn't crap all over the investigation so much so that it won't be able to be prosecuted, that no one will be held responsible for this homicide, because there was an article that I saw that said that as of 2 days ago, they were still trying to figure out whether the remains were transferred to the Arkansas State Crime Lab on September 12th or 13th. And I just have to wonder, how don't you know when the remains were transferred? Isn't that your job? I probably shouldn't be so critical, but it just seems like something so basic is small potatoes compared to all the other things that police officers, deputies, sheriffs are supposed to do in order to uphold the law. So if you can't handle a minor thing like being able to tell when transfers occurred, how are you to be entrusted with the bigger things? According to a press release that was made by the Madison County Sheriff's Office on September 18th, it says, while conducting a missing persons investigation on September 9th, 2024, Madison County Sheriff's Office personnel located human remains in the Kingston area. The scene was processed and the body was released to the Madison County Coroner's Office. The body has been transported to the Arkansas State Crime Lab, where it will be examined for cause of death and identification purposes. The Arkansas State Police have been contacted to assist in the investigation. This is an ongoing investigation and no further details will be released at this time. I have to believe that the investigation that they were already conducting when they found these remains was that of Jason Learle. Jason Learle has been missing since January 25th, 2022 from that Madison County area. There were a couple of things that I saw on the Book of Faces that I wanted to share. This one is a post that was made by an individual, and she says, for the people that are convinced Madison County isn't crooked, y'all are blind. A 911 call was made at the beginning of this month and nobody showed. Now there is a poor girl dead. So many awful things happen in that county. I'm so thankful that I got out of that county when I did. The legal system there is failing so many people, and it's sad. Madison County has and always will be crooked. Then it was edited to add the article is in the comments where the officer admits that he just never showed up. Maybe if he would have done his job, just maybe, then Taylor Barksdale would possibly still be alive. It needs to be made very aware that an officer failed that poor girl. It's disgusting. What's even worse is that if you've been known to deal with addiction, then you don't matter. But if you have money, then they care. That officer needs to be held accountable. Then there was a comment that I wanted to also share. It says, let's not forget that she was reported missing on July 20th, yet nothing was posted. Nothing was said on any form of social media or the news. Secondly, her dad, Nathan, found out more from the public than he did the police department. They lied to him and tell him the Arkansas State Police had already been asked to come in and help with the investigation. But yet, when a call was made to the ASP, the lady who answered the phone said they didn't know what the caller was talking about. And they hadn't been asked for any type of help to aid in any type of investigation going on in Madison County. How did the public know so much about this when the police department hadn't even said anything publicly yet? And lastly, the officer who didn't respond to the 911 call just up and quit his job when all of this finally comes out. It's all just super fishy and unsettling to me. I 100% agree with everything that this girl posted above. It is crazy absurd, and no matter what she did or who she was as a person, she did not deserve this, and anybody involved should be ashamed of themselves. What happened to protect and serve? Because it definitely didn't happen that night, or even in the case with Jason. It's so very sad. Something needs to be done. Honestly, I just hope that Taylor's family will receive justice for Taylor's murder. If you have any information about the murder of Taylor Barksdale, please contact the Arkansas State Police.